Oh, St. Jude bot. Yeah, I decided to archive the campaign because I wasn't even sure if I was going to stream tonight. And also, if you want to keep donating to St. Jude, there are people on our team who have not hit their goals. And I would love for them to hit their goals. Mike is on our team and did a really great job. Awesome job, Mike. Go, Mike! Mirror is live right now, and someone named Ms. Jessie. Ms. Jessie just chatting. Because reasons is at $70 of their $100 goal. Yeah. No. Because I said no. Yes, Mandarin Tang. Let me know what your question is. I was talking to my child. That person. Have I been nice to me today? What? Why do all of you children always have to bother me as soon as I press the go live button? I love you so much. I love you, dude. It's 9:30, not tonight. It's 9:37. I'm not having a conversation with you about your savings account. No! Goodness, I love this child. He's asking me how much money is in his savings account. Early morning dividends, Mom. Gotta meet market shareholders at noon. Bag of Donuts is something I'm still trying to work on as an adult, but I'm certainly a lot better about it now than I was. We did have a good time. And then we got home and he was like, are you going to stream? And I was like, dude. Whoopsh. This is me. Dude. Okay. Are you sure? He's like, yeah, I'm just going to hang out up here and mess with comic books and my box of magic cards I bought myself for my birthday. I was like, okay, bro. Bag of Donuts, I have seen stuff where people have said, and here. I've seen stuff where people have said, hi, where they've said it's smart to have like, hi Brianna, smart to have a savings account that's separate from the savings account attached to your checking. to make it harder for you to transfer money out of it. Like, have a savings and a checking that's for your everyday use, and make sure there's money in that savings for you to be able to draw from if you need to transfer to your checking, but then have a completely separate savings account with like another institution that you can't, it's not easy for you to just go online. Yeah, take a quarter of your income or whatever you can afford, and deposit that into the separate savings account, and try not to touch it. You don't have a bank account, you get paid in cash. Set one up. Or you could try the envelope method, but you have to be able to stay out of those envelopes. So you have one that's like just savings. Another envelope that's all of your, fixed expenses. Well, you'd have an envelope for each of them. Hopefully we all get frozen for 1,000 years. That would render money management pretty pointless. Def not gonna stay out of the envelopes. You have to get a thrill out of seeing that envelope, all that stack of envelopes sitting there with all their different monies in there.
La, la, la. Candy Mountain. We're going to Candy Mountain. It'll be an adventure.
No! Not gonna do that. So like I said, we have wrapped up our fundraiser with the Mocos. I was only gonna do like one day and I just couldn't help myself. So thank you guys so much. We ended at so Mirror and Ms. Jessie are both live. I have them both pulled up on a tab. And we need to get that Team Mocha Moments message. See, I'm going to have a hard time with all this because I always forget about all the timers. Charity timer. There we go.
Welcome to the Fart Zone.
Miss Jessie, we were just talking about you, and I was saying, everybody go over, listen.
Welcome to the Fart Zone. Welcome to the Fart Zone. To the Fart Zone. To the Fart Zone. Welcome to the Fart Zone.
Welcome to the Fart Zone. We wrapped up our campaign.
Welcome to the Fart Zone. To the Fart Zone. To the Fart Zone. To the Fart Zone. To the Fart Zone.
You guys should have rated Mirror.
Welcome to the Fart Zone. Welcome to the Fart Zone.
Maybe I should put something in my title. I was trying to get people to come over to you. Thank you, Miss Jessie. Thank you so much. I actually wasn't sure if I was going to be able to stream tonight. And so I've already archived my campaign, but thank you for rating. I really appreciate it. We do have first-time raider chats. We have first-time raider chats. So you guys hang on to your fart zones. We're going to play a video for you. I even have a sign. Okay. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate you. Tell us what you were up to. It said you were doing just chatting. Thank you very much. And this is important. You need to watch this before you follow. Don't a single one of you follow until you've watched this whole thing. I'm freaking out right now. I'm fangirling. You have no clothes on. No. Get supported, nerd. No flipping way. You didn't do it. Thank you for the dollar bills for the kiddos. Thank you so much, everybody. Ah! We talked about this. I mean, you can cook steak in a dryer, but do you want to? then when the fat renders off of the steak, does it create a fire hazard? I'm sorry, I'm a mother. I can't help but think about these things immediately. So this is a game to you guys, huh? What? She went so hard! There's people out here with reputations at stake. There you have it. I hope that you all had fun hanging out with Miss Jessie. Thank you, Miss Jessie. Let me follow you. I don't think I did that while I was spying on you earlier. So tell us what you were doing. You were playing House Flipper 2. Very cool. Miss Jessie, you have a sub badge. You got busted. Miss Jessie got busted. So you, if you would like to, if you have any links that you would like to post. I'm so confused. Mandarin Tang, I have no idea what you're talking about. Dolphins and being domesticated. Look, just because they want to settle down, have a nice place to live, you know, maybe have some doilies. Jessica, thank you so much for the biddies. I appreciate that. Ms. Jessie, do you have any links that you want to throw into the chat or... I get it now. Like, do you have like an Instagram or anything like that? Thank you so much for rating. I really appreciate it. That movie was mid. Hello, Gamer Veranza. Welcome in. You have a fourth wall. Sure. Throw it down. Toss it into the chat, Ms. Jessie. We just like to support people both on and off the platform. So we just got started, and what I'm working on right now is actually a... She makes adorable stuffs. MsJessie.com. Ermagerd, you guys. Hold on. Hold on! This is what I'm working on right now is a crochet dragon scale dice bag made with Hobie Metallico is the name of the yarn. But Ms. Jessie, you're gonna have to forgive me because I'm about to show everybody your stuff without asking your permission, because every time I ask permission, people are like, well, why would I give you the link? And I'm like, I don't know. Okay, look it. Oh my God, pocket huggle. Here's a little pocket hug. Keep it close, all warm and snug. So even when I can't be there, you can hold this tight and know I care. Oh, Huggle's key fob. This is so flippin' cute. Custom leather bookmark with emotes. Love it. Made by Jessie. Have your favorite emote tooled onto a leather bookmark. Item pictures. Oh, I see. These are custom. I like it. Custom leather key fob with emote. Oh my God. Look how cute. Oh my God, Miss Jessie, these are adorable. Everybody, please check this out. Throw monies at Jessie. $1 million. Where's the $1 million button? Oh, cute. Adorable black cat sticker. We love kitties. Oh my gosh, look at the froggies. So cute. Rainbow froggy, huggle sticker. Adorable. I don't people. I do. I'm one of those. This is super cute too. This bucket hat. Love it. Very, very cute. We love frogs. Frogs are fun. Even though that is a nasty four-letter word when you're a crafter, when you work with yarn. Ripping out the stitches, rip it, rip it, rip it.
Jesse just throwing hearts around like we ain't emotional.
Okay. Hey, thank you for fundraising for St. Jude, by the way. So awesome. So do you stream your crafting? Do you stream making stuff? Or do you just stream games? Some people don't do as much craft streaming. What does that button do? Whatever I want it to. Yeah, that's it. So I've been crocheting since I was 7. I didn't start knitting until I was in my 20s. And I didn't start doing amigurumi until, which is the little stuffed dolls, until I started streaming crochet on Twitch. I'd only ever made wearables and blankets. Why does it feel like camera setups for craft streams are so difficult? Aussie Bear, I went through... I don't know how... I couldn't tell you how many different... trying this angle, that angle. Part of it can have to do, obviously, with, like, what is the physical space that you're trying to craft and stream from. And I'm actually kind of, in a weird way, lucky that this basement is not finished. Because I have exposed beams that I can attach the clamp for a top-down camera view is a lot easier for me, I feel like, than it probably is for people who are just streaming from, like, a regular room. But you can buy ones that you can install, like, into drywall. Yeah, otherwise you're dealing with, like, trying to use, like, boom arms and all this nonsense. My top-down camera is, like, all the way up here. And then you can see, if you have a face cam, you can see the top-down camera in the face cam. Like I said, this is pretty lucky for me to be able to put it. And the boom, I will say sometimes if I knock on the desk, you can see it. The face cam is mounted to my desk. But I do actually have some Elgato mounts that you can put in the wall. Yours wiggles as your kids run by. They are both Sony A6000s. And my recommendation, so, like, I love this camera. This one has the kit lens on it, so I can zoom in and out manually. This one is just with a Sigma f1.4 16mm lens on it, because it only ever, I don't zoom with the actual camera. And both of these I got, the lens was almost as expensive as the camera, because I got super lucky, and this is my recommendation to anyone who you stream from a Polaroid bag of donuts. You just send a steady stream of Polaroid snapshots. Yeah, you do have to. I have something that is very well anchored up there. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing? Welcome in. So I would say for beginners, for people who are beginning, 2 things. If you have an old phone, if you have a phone, and it can connect to wireless, and you have wireless internet in your house, you should be able to use some apps like Droid Cam to hook it up to your PC or your laptop, or Prism as a camera. You can also get a pretty decent webcam instead of a fully like DSLR. Wait, 0.000 0.0002 FPS as you wait for each one to develop. You actually take one picture. This is Farta. It is. This is Farta. It is the Fart Zone. Farta. 9.5. What if one day you guys wake up and I just rename the stream the Fart Zone? Twitch.tv/ the Fart Zone. Avoiding sleeping. So yeah, we had a fun family day and we were at the shop together and we did some projects and I helped my husband with socials and we weren't joking. We weren't joking when we called this the Fart Zone.
It's
Karen,
me. It's just a little too.
you played it twice? I love you the mostest and the moistest. Karen. Autocorrect, man. I stream when you're pretending to work or also streaming, so you lurk heavily. Yeah, we have a lot of people that lurk. That's one reason why I've been trying to stream at night, because I know that some of you can't really talk during the day. Like, you're kind and you lurk me so that you can support the channel, but I know that you can't converse. So much moisture, you can hardly contain it. It wasn't you. Yeah, I don't have receipts or anything. What is sleep? Ms. Jessie is a mother of 3, going on my 15th year of motherhood here. I cannot answer your question. No, I can't tell you. You do both. You craft and you game. Been in a crafting rut, but you found a new thing, so you can... Oh, really? What's the new thing? What's the new thing? Do tell. Do tell. What's the new thing? And we love crafts of all kinds in here. So I do describe myself sometimes as polycraftual. I know how to knit and crochet, cross stitch. I have a new sewing machine I need to bust out here really quick. Your kids are grown. Oldest is married. Youngest is getting married in August. Oh my gosh. Ms. Jessie. Me, oh my. I can't imagine. Mine are 14, 12, and 7. But that's very cool. Hey, congratulations to your youngest. And, you know, I'm sure that when they're grown, it's like kind of sad for a minute. And then you're like, oh God, I have my house back. Did I say that out loud? Your camera runs on 1 frame per hour, but you think you're going to upgrade to a 1990s Polaroid instead of an 80s one. So it's 5 seconds faster. Oh, very cool. You getting into some resin? That's really cool. We have all kinds of different crafters that come hang out with us. Our friend Karen Day does pyrography. And so Karen's very familiar with a lot of like the woodworking community on the platform and leatherworking. I feel like woodworkers, leatherworkers, and pyrographers, they all kind of hang out. They kind of tend to band together. Yeah, make sure you wave that photo around really good, bag of donuts. It'll definitely aid in the development process. Yeah, I think that sounds like a lovely upgrade for you. Make sure that you tell your community how much you appreciate them helping you with that. And the pesky metal benders. Yeah, but also like potters too. And I mean, to be fair, people who do crafts and art and, design type stuff, creative content creators, meaning people who are creating something while creating content. Because, creating content is being creative, but if you are a creative focused, you create things while streaming. We tend to really like stick together a lot. And if you're coming from Moco's, then you already know all that because they are really quite awesome. And in this space, I feel like they have managed to do something really incredible and really exceptional. It's not the easiest thing, running teams, organizing events. That stuff takes planning. It takes coordinating. It takes delegating responsibility. And it is no small feat that on their very first charity campaign, they've raised over $60,000 with the auction added in. They had a little problem with the auction. High impact. The auction was rioting today. They had a little problem with the auction earlier today, but Tiltify came in and helped them prevent it from becoming like a real disaster. We all just kind of mesh together and make a big tasty soup. Serve me up a steaming hot bowl of Twitch creative soup. Yes, I'll have the cream of fiber arts with a game dev side salad. I'll have the soup and salad. But it is cool that there's the creative subcategory. And if you guys don't know about this, subdirectory. There is a place on Twitch. It's not in a land far, far away. It's right here at your fingertips. Called Twitch Creative. And if you are looking specifically for that type of content, all you need to do is go to that link and it will show you art, beauty and body art, makers and crafting, food and drink, and software and game development. Your partner does leather and chainmail. You do leather, resin, dream catchers, pearlers, watercolor, and very small crochet. I like the small crochet. I made a bunch of these little guys because we have this whole thing about bread now. Ever since I did supermarket simulator with crowd control, and they sent me like, I'm not even joking, like maybe like 100,000 boxes of bread. You like the blob I'm crocheting? Yes. And so now there's a whole thing where I have like a bread hat and there's that emote. And if you gift 5 subs, it plays the ole, 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 ole wanted was a bit of bread. You got to rip up carpet. That's something I want to do and don't want to do all at the same time. I want to get rid of the carpet in our living room. You have to. I don't know if I want to ask Impact. I am really not certain that I want to know with the amount of times you've yelled about someone stealing your rum and you've come in here just to riot. I don't want to ask why you need to rip up carpet. I'm afraid of the answer. It's just old carpet that needs replacing. You didn't have like a horrible incident. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yay! Okay. Now I need to think about this. Okay, so we chain 1 and then 1, 2. I should mark this. 3, 4. This is my own design for a dice bag. Yeah, no, I did not come up with Dragon Scale Stitch. You're correct. It is not, the stitch is not my, I cannot claim to have originated Dragon Scale Stitch. Pup Time gets it. Okay. You must lurk now. Need to take pup out and want foods. Please go take good care of yourself. Thank you so much. Thank you for reading. We do a lot of stuff for charity here. We just hit $50,000 raised for St. Jude Lifetime and $100,000 raised for various charitable causes through Tiltify last month. And I couldn't do that if it weren't for you all and your amazing generosity and hanging out in here and spending time with us. So thank you so much to everyone who supports the channel and our charities. And yes, please go get noms and unwind and take good care of yourself. And we'll see you when we see you, Ms. Jessie. Your homie always mad. Your homie always gets mad. Yeah. When you and him go out to eat and you hit him with the, let me get a, let's see, I don't know. I think I might possibly get a, I don't know. You mean like you're indecisive? Like you have a hard time choosing? Have you tried a dryer prepped steak before? We are all, okay, so we're off of bread and back on dryer steak. Perfect. I mean, you know, Cheesesteak Jimmy's is like, well, I do have steak in my name. Like, what did you expect, Nine? Of course, I'm always going to come back to the steak. You think I've heard these songs a couple of times, you guys? Fart prepped steak. I didn't see that one. Please, Buttspot, never change. So freaking funny. It is a problem when the fat renders off the steak. What are you gonna do? What you gonna do then? That fat renders and then it enders your life. Okay? Exploding appliances are not a good thing, okay? I know that it's about to be a holiday where people light stuff on fire. Oh man, they were already going nuts last night. Like, really? Come on.
Welcome to the Fart Zone.
Alice! Welcome to the Fart Zone, Raiders. I know this music sounds really nice, but it's about to get noisy and smelly in here. Oh God!
To the Fart Zone. Welcome to the Fart Zone. To the Fart Zone. Welcome to the Fart Zone.
You only have 30 seconds to spam that when raiders come in. Thank you. Thank you for welcoming the raiders to the Fart Zone.
To the Fart Zone. To the Fart Zone.
Alice, if any of you are left, thank you for joining us. Alice, how are you? I hope you had a good stream. Alice, you guys? Alice? Has been following the channel since February 3rd of 2019, like right after I got affiliate. been a while since we've had to ask Bubby. I don't know where she is. You made it to Nebraska. All right. Okay, I pressed the button too soon, so we're not going to count that one. And it didn't make sense anyways. Is it stinky over in the fart zone?
Yes, but only after you give Bubby a kiss.
You're down, Jimmy? Okay. Anyway, if the fart zone didn't scare people off, that definitely did. I love you, Alis. Thank you so much, friend. You're amazing. Alis is, like I said, longest running moderator in the channel. And plays a lot of fun games on stream. What were you playing, Alis? And I don't know if you have any links you want to share, which you'd be welcome to, like maybe your Twitter. Mama! And you're a mod, so you can do what you want. You can type whatever you want in the chat, within reason, of course, right? Meaning, like, you can put a link in chat. Clearly, you can put a link in chat. Mama, 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 mama! Playing some spooky games. Very cool. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Thank you, Arid. So, yeah, I popped into the Moco's stream for a little while today. Just to, like, see what was going on. And then I heard that they had a little bit of issues with the auction. A grumpy old man was chasing you. Oh, no. Come on. Yeah, but it worked out. And, you know, it's just tough because, you know, how could they know? How could the Mocos know? And sometimes sites have to do, you know, maintenance and stuff, but... Nice stopping by. Gotta run. Jimmy, have a great rest of your time zone. Thank you, friend. Thank you for the support for the channel. Thank you so much for the bits. Come on. Yeah, I heard Izzy was in there. You know, and I'm not surprised. They truly want you to succeed over at Totify, so they're not going to leave you
Welcome
high and
to
dry.
the fart zone.
Make it, Chelsea. What is up? Hello, readers. How's it going?
Welcome.
How's everybody
to the
doing?
Fart zone. Welcome
Yes, welcome to the Fart Zone, Raiders.
Welcome to the fart zone.
We hope you're having a
to the
lovely
Fart
day. How was your
Welcome to the
stream?
fart zone. Welcome to the fart zone.
They're allowed to
Welcome
spam that
to
for
the
30
Fart
seconds
Zone.
after a raid.
Welcome to the fart zone.
And I just think it's hilarious. We think farts are funny here. I see some first-time reader chats. So if that wasn't enough of an indication of what it's like around here, I think maybe it might be important for you to see this video first before you decide to follow. I can't be held responsible for what happens after you've watched this if you follow, okay? All right, we'll be right back. I'm freaking out right now. I'm fangirling. You have no clothes on. No. Get supported, nerd.
No flipping way. You didn't do it.
Thank you for the dollar bills for the kiddos. Thank you so much.
We talked about this. I mean, you can cook steak in a dryer, but do you want to? And when the fat renders off of the steak, does it create a fire hazard? I'm sorry, I'm a mother. I can't help but think about these things immediately. So this is a game to you guys, huh?
What? She do it so hard!
There's people out here with reputations at stake.
Chelsea, what were you making? Chelsea. Even if it was just a ruckus, Chelsea, I want to hear all about it. Thank you so much for raiding the channel. Welcome in, everyone. I am already messing this up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Five. This is my own design and I can't remember it. So many scrims. You were gaming today. Haha. Making screams. What were you playing? Chelsea, if you would like to post a link in the chat, like if you would like to promote another platform that you're active on, or if you have like a place where you sell, you know, ye old merchandise or something like that, if you want to plug something like that, let us know and we'll get you a link permit. Don't post the URL till you have a link permit. That's a sub perk. Not because I'm like, haha. I will clearly be making millions of doll hairs off of people just wanting to be able to post a link in my chat. It's more like that way we can't get those random, like, want to be famous, which is, you know, it's like the, I just want to talk to you about your car's extended warranty of streaming. Want to be famous, kid? Just click this link. Yeah, that's it, see? Animal well, which is not that scary, but you're a baby, apparently. You screamed to A-List. A-List was just playing spoopy games. This is extremely unusual. I'm like tempted to take a screenshot, and it's not. I don't think Mother Clucker. Yeah, Mother Clucker is always yellow. Everyone except you, Frost and Pops. Frost and Pops is light blue. Everyone in the chat's name is yellow. Aylis, the bot, Make It Chelsea, Karen. It is so weird. I have never seen that many messages from a username that's yellow in a row. Never. Oh, I love yellow. Want to be, but no. I'm not reading the rest of that. I love you, Pix. Dude, Pix kicked so much butt for the kids, you guys. I popped into I was so mad. It's okay. I was just like, man, why does Pix's Camp Chaos have to be the same day as my husband's birthday when we go to the shop and hang out as a family? But it's okay. Obviously. I hope your Camp Chaos went well. I'm sure the VOD will exist, right? Because I saw what you were doing, which is very cool. It was like craft speed dating. Like not, you know, want to start doing something creative and you're not sure, you know, like which crafts would be like good ones for you to check out. Pix kind of did like a quick rundown on a bunch of different types of crafts that people can pick up. You'll be breaking it up into segments for folks. That's very cool. Yes. And will you have a YouTube, right? So I don't know if you plan on highlighting them separately here and maybe also doing something on, or did you stop posting to YouTube because of all deletes YouTube? Get out of here. Anyways, well, everybody seems to have been gaming tonight. Are you doing another Resident Evil stream anytime soon, Pix asking for a friend. I cannot believe, dude, this insane man had crowd control and dick spur at the same time. And charity stuff. It was ridiculous. You gave up. So many reports. I know. They do have a thing where once you're YouTube partner, there's supposedly, I haven't used it yet, but an easier way to report. It's like something, their content reporting tool. Yeah, it's really frustrating. So every platform has its things about it that are difficult. And I feel like with YouTube, there's just so much content on YouTube and so much of it being uploaded every single day that, like, who knows? Like, maybe it's literally impossible for them, to review everything, right? It just wouldn't be possible. Certainly not like individually and by like a human, the way that we would want them to like stop people from, but I sure definitely get flagged for music. They don't miss the music that I use on my videos. YouTube has lots of automation, right? So I get a message, and I know there's not a human involved. It says you used, but at least they identify the songs accurately, which Twitch often does not. And hi, RC, how are you? Occasionally I'll get a claim, not a claim notice, but like just a notice that a segment of my VOD has been muted, and I'll go to watch it and it's not the song at all. You had 450 reports last year and another 100 this year so far for stolen content. Dear sweet baby Jeebus. That's ridiculous. It's just disheartening, when you put a lot of time and effort into, creating anything, and then creating content, like, again, in addition to whatever it is that you're actually making with your hands, and you're working hard to like provide a quality experience to people, and in Pix's case, very extremely community focused, and giving a lot of time to other people and their projects, and celebrating people doing fiber arts and other crafts all together and stuff. And then just to feel like there's people out there who try to profit from that, and steal from you. There's no two ways about it. It's theft. Which is why I wish they would let us, again, give us an easier way to use like music and just have credit. And they're starting to do some of it. I know they're changing some stuff with DJ streams here on Twitch. Yeah, tall pair. That is a thing. And I went to look into setting it up, and I might have to just like completely do OBS over again. I don't know. And some other stuff. It's 15-minute segments. Yep. Ripped from Twitch and uploaded to YouTube in different languages for ad revenue. Like, one common thing is for tons of users pretending to be the creator and saying you won something, and people went, how does YouTube not have a way to report hundreds of people at once? And someone pointed out a third-party tool that does it all automatically. So, do you mean it scans for your content, or do you have to have... That's what I'm wondering. Ooh, I hadn't agreed to it. Look at all these. So there's a but. See that it is a thing, but I think you only get access to it once you've hit partner, the first level of YouTube partner. Matches. 1 to 10 of many. Oh, okay. There's only 13. What the heck, though? What are they even saying? The video is in a different language. This is what you're talking about. This one has no views, but there's one in here that has 859 views. There's another one that has 741. Dude, my long form videos don't get even a 10th of that a lot of the time. Wow. This one's from March 12th of this year. June 26th. There's one from like a few days ago.
俺の名前はサトル。超絶美人な彼女のミクと今日で付き合って3年目だ。今日俺はプロポーズをする。断られるにしろ。
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I want all of these removed. Bruh. So I was able to ask via a batch. It's basically like a batch. Oh, I found 13 of them when I ran the partner tool that tells you whether or not there's matches for your content on YouTube. And I'm currently requesting removal of 13 videos. But still, that's nothing, not even close to how many you had. They're picking on you. Yeah, it shouldn't only be available to partners. Anybody should be able to use it. Yeah. All right. They want you to tell them whether or not you want to give them. I'm going to give these people 7 days to take it down. Well, there's 13 videos posted. They didn't take 13 videos and like all of the video. They like Pix said, they chop it up into smaller segments. Excuse me. How you doing, Werg? Search Josh Taco and go to Google image search. Wait, what? Oh, I see it. Yeah. Right, okay. I was like, what does Josh have to do with this? I don't understand. But somehow our community members are popping up. Cause see, what I got when I searched images with that name was sheepy clip. There's a sheepy clip.
I see you, Josh.
I see you, Josh. Clipped by Josh. And then that's it, really. Wow. Anyway. It's just disheartening and it's really frustrating. But, you know. Oh, I think, Dex, I don't think Werg is talking about a pattern like we usually use the word here. I think Werg is talking about, like, schedule, routine, or... I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. No, what are you sorry for? Yeah. But Werg does do creative stuff, and so yeah, if you have anything fun you're working on right now, let us know. We just had our first ad break. So if you guys want to take a look at show and tell, let's do that. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
The hot spring trip was suggested by my husband.
There's some weird story? Why? Why would you take... Yeah, that's not cool. Thank you, Pix. Yeah, I see. I see that. Oh, I'm going to have to go find the URL of that video in order to fill this out. Dear God. I don't even know which one that is. Ugh. Well, I appreciate you, Pix, because I definitely want to do what I got to do to get that taken down. Ugh. Just barf. Just the thought of something like that would just never even cross my mind. Anyway, we're not gonna focus on it. What's going on, Slaylani? How are ya? Oh, it's going. I'm just working on this dice bag. This is a pattern I've threatened to write up. Or maybe just make a video tutorial. It's not difficult. Oh, am I doing the thing? Oh, I sure as heck am. I don't need to be going into the front loop only. Was I doing front loop only this whole time? Like a doofus? Oh, I just started doing it right here. No, I did it this whole way, didn't I? Oh, nope. There we go. I mean, I probably could have left it. I probably could have left it. But it's not like that was that much to rip out. The banana cookie cow. Did you change your name? Why do I feel like your name was different before? Maybe I just can't remember. Yeah, that was so sweet of everybody around my birthday. Mr. Lefty won it. Thank you. Okay, great. I was like,
Welcome to the Fart Zone.
Richard, you sweetie head. Welcome to the Fart Zone Readers. Thank you so much, Richard.
Welcome to
You're
the
awesome,
Fart Zone.
Richard. Piggy with attitude. What's up? Terry.
Welcome to the
Hi,
Fart
Terry. Richard,
Welcome
you're
to the
awesome. Thank you, friend.
Zone. Welcome to the Fart Zone.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Fart Zone.
To the Fart
I'm
Zone.
your host, 9.5.
Welcome to the Fart Zone. To the Fart Zone. Welcome to the
On
Fart
today's
Zone.
episode of the Fart Zone, we'll be helping you figure out just exactly how far your farts can go. Where is the end of the Fart Zone? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Richard. You left the stream running while you were sleeping last night? Oh, no. Did he really, Slaylani? That's so awesome. That's really sweet. Richard, you amazing human being. Thank you, Pix, for shouting Richard out. Please, guys, give Richard a follow. He streams some games and also from their family-owned cafe in the UK. And if you get lucky, you might pop in when Richard is doing sign language interpretation of music. I honestly think you should do more of that. For totally not selfish reasons. But Richard's awesome. He and his nephew Connor are two of the employees, family that owns the cafe. And they stream while they're working in there. I worked in restaurants. Yeah, I worked in restaurants for 25 years. So sometimes you pop in and they are getting just spanked and you have to wait till they can read your messages. But that's how it is. Still waiting for you know who to do a collab with 9.5. Are you talking about Karen? Anytime. Whenever Karen wants. Whatever Karen wants, Karen gets. Just saying. Karen is the whole reason I survived TwitchCon Vegas. Like, I don't know, RC. Restaurant workers. I was referring to restaurant workers when it gets super duper busy. Venom, what's up? Welcome in. It's nice to see you. So yeah, I'm just sitting here doing old lady stuff. Crochet's for everyone, though. Don't get it twisted. No pun intended. Crochet's for everyone. If you want to try crochet, I'd be happy to give you any kind of pointers. I've shown lots of different techniques on stream. Crochet is pretty straightforward. Compared to some other stuff. Knitting can be harder, if you ask me. I feel like knitting is harder in some ways. It looks like Squidward's head. It's a dice bag. Richard, do you have any other links outside of Twitch you want to post? Are you guys doing YouTube or anything like that? Did Doc Fats and I get a chance to meet up at TwitchCon Vegas? I think, did Doc came by? Yeah, Doc came by the Starlight booth, I think. I think that we were both at the Starlight booth at the same time. It's a blur. I'll be honest with you. I met so many people in such a short period of time. My brain was swimming by the end of it. How on earth do I keep count while chatting? I don't have to keep count when there's a stitch marker or I'm just working in rounds. I'm working in rounds and not in a spiral. I'm working... what is there a word for that? I'm slip stitching to connect the rounds. I'm not working in a spiral. And even then you would just have this, and it's just at this point in the pattern, it's just double crochet all the way around. I am sorry to hear that, Venom. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know, you know, if you're... what's the word I'm looking for here? If you're being attended to by someone who can help you with anxiety attacks, I am really sorry to hear that. But you know what? Those things happen, and hopefully, you know, you were able to manage it okay. And the worst thing that you can do is beat up on yourself about something like that. You just gotta... try to put one foot in front of the other and see what you can do to maybe try and reduce things like that happening. But, you know, we all have challenges we got to deal with in life. You've never used a stitch marker. They are invaluable if you're going to do a lot of amigurumi, because it's all in a spiral. What kind of stuff do you like to make, Seilani? It is a dragon scale dice bag. So right now what I'm doing is I'm going to do what's called an invisible join here at the end. You thread this yarn that's coming out of this stitch right here. The yarn's kind of dark. You might not be able to see it super well. But this yarn is, you pull it all the way through the last loop, right? So you've got one tail of yarn coming through a loop at the top of your last stitch. And then you take the needle, you skip this stitch right here, and you go right to this next stitch over. You put the needle underneath of both of those legs there. At the top of each single crochet, double crochet, any of those. You have two legs that sort of form almost like a V on top here. So you put the needle underneath of both of those. You pull the yarn through, and then you just take this and you go right back into the same spot in that last stitch where your tail was coming out, and you just weave it right in there like that. And it basically makes it so that you cannot see where this ends and this begins. You just do beanies, scarves, and blankets right now, but you want to get into other things. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. You really want to try amigurumi? Yeah, again, Venom, I'm sorry if it was something unexpected and if it threw you off, and, you know, that is tough. I know, you know, for some people, they try some, you know, medications and they find something that works for them. Some folks don't want to, you know, do meds. It's up to you and your doctor to figure out, you know, what's going to work best for you, for like a plan to try to deal with those things. But like I said, you know, it's very tough, but you kind of just, I think Jalopy was also making some suggestions. I don't know that I could hide this any better than that, so I'm just gonna, oh yeah, and that's right, it doesn't matter as long as it's past this right here. And in fact, I don't really need to trim these, but I'm going to, because I have a feeling they're going to get in my way later. Because they would just be hidden inside of it. Okay, so now... kind of thinking about whether or not I wanted to do something not just plain black for the lining for this. It's a little too bright. Maybe plain black is the way to go. I don't know. I don't think that Booker would neon green. This is just Red Heart, spring green. Yeah. Hey, Venom, I'm really sorry. I don't want to make you feel like you're being shut down at all, but that's a conversation that could be extremely triggering for other people if they've been through similar events. And while I totally understand and completely feel like, it's valid to be going through those kind of struggles, there's a point past which we are beginning to draw the conversation in directions that I'm just not comfortable with, because this is a place where people come to get away from a lot of that stuff in their lives. I totally understand, and there are places and people who are trained to help you talk about those things. Okay, so please don't feel like I'm trying to dismiss you in any way. That's a very serious thing to go through, and I'm so sorry if you've been through that. But I'm not trained to help you with that kind of stuff. It would be irresponsible of me to try and help you navigate something like that. And like I said, there might be people in here who have been through things like that, this is not a place they come for discussion of that topic for their own reasons. It's really, it's a very hard thing, and I'm so sorry, and my heart goes out to you. Nobody should have to go through that. Hi, Tiny Giant Evie. How's it going?
Up in here, we got Betsy Brick Weaver.
No, I'm actually not, because I archived my campaign. Yeah, I know. The team campaign is still open, and there are people accepting donations, but I archived mine because I wasn't sure if I was actually coming back on tonight. So I had already announced that we were all wrapped up. And I love St. Jude. We've raised. We just finished challenge season in May, and I couldn't help myself and decided to do Moco's as well. And I was like, oh, I'm only gonna do like this one special event day, and then I kept the campaign open for like days after that, because I'm like, well, it is St. Jude. Before I get too far, no, I think I'm gonna have to go all the way around. and go down a bit so that I can see what it looks like behind, because that's going to be... No, yeah, and it's okay. We don't want you to feel, you know, singled out or feel bad. There's also a way that you can kind of mention that you're going through something rough like that without specific details, or like, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm here, but my anxiety's acting up today. I hope everybody's having a good day. Thank you all for being here. So I have somewhere to hang out to hopefully help distract me from it in a positive and a wholesome way. I get it. We all need safe spaces to be able to talk about that stuff. But like I said, when it's something really, really heavy, the issue I have is I'm not properly trained to help people navigate stuff like that. I take that kind of thing very seriously. I have a degree in theater. I'm a giant clown. You know, boop, 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 boop. Like, that's me. I'm just here to make you laugh. I'm not always like over the top, you know, screaming at the top of my lungs, and there's not always like constant, you know, nonstop chaos in here, but that's kind of the idea. It could happen at any time. Well, and we do not have enough resources, and one, I'm a professional certified vibe picker upper. I'm not a doctor, and I don't play one on stage either. No, thank you. Actually, I did get cast as a doctor once, but some stuff was going on, and I ended up having to miss a rehearsal, and that was a big no-no because we had a short production time. It was in high school, but they were honest about it up front. They said, if you miss any rehearsals, we're gonna have to recast you. And so they did it, and I said, I understand. I didn't try to fight them on it. You know, not very hard anyways. I was just like, all right. I was very bummed, but it was The Outsiders. The play The Outsiders. Only time I've ever been kicked out of a production. Where is the little guys with the smiles? Are you talking about these? I put them in a little container off to the side. This one doesn't have a keychain on it. Not yet. Okay, so now here's the moment of truth. Did I crochet the right number of stitches? This is the first. It's usually pretty easy to tell when you're not working in spirals where your first stitch is, but I'm gonna put a stitch marker there anyways. So now, as tedious as it is, because it creates a tighter fabric, more tightly woven fabric, I am single crocheting all the way around. Mirror is still on for the team, right? Did Mirror read out? She signed off. Okay. She didn't get... Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. How's it going? Happy time zone. Appreciate the follow and hope that you are having a really great whatever time of the day it is for you. No, I don't know what it is. I'm not very good with a lot of spatial relationship stuff, but fiber arts has always just like made sense to me. Thank you so much. Oh yeah. Wow. You know that play, Slaylani. It's a good play. I was excited. It was a small part, but I was a freshman and it was a big school with a really big active theater department. And, you know, like I said, one thing led to another. I ended up missing a rehearsal. And they recast me, which was a bummer. But I did get to do a lot of other really awesome productions in high school, not only with my like actual high school theater department, but I was accepted to every summer for 4 summers in a row to a program called the Young People's Company. And it was part of a repertory theater in Iowa City, Iowa called Riverside Theater. And it focused on the classics. So I got to do professional level productions as both a technician. So assistant stage manager during the first play that I participated in with them, which was Midsummer Night's Dream. And then they cast me in the following 3 productions. And it was so much fun. I had such a good time. Or was it just 2 more after that? It might have just been 2. 12th Night and what was the other one? The Miser by Moliere. I had so much fun in that play. I played a part that I would get cast as older women and men of all ages often in classic theater because they have fewer parts for women and even fewer for young women. There's like maybe like there'll be like 1 or 2 lead young women. Maybe there's like a chorus of young women in the background. And so, I mean, theaters are often not traditional when it comes to casting with that sort of stuff. Pretty cool. So I got to play Dogberry in Much Ado About Nothing in high school. I got to play Festy in 12th Night. A lot of the jesters in Shakespeare are gender neutral, though. They could be played easily by someone more masculine, more feminine, or gender neutral, 100%. And I think I played Feste pretty gender neutral because they're usually not. They don't get involved in romance. The jesters, the clowns in Shakespeare, they are like kind of this impartial third party observer, just kind of going like, "You bunch of idiots." It's really fun parts to play because everyone thinks you're just this silly boing, like the comic relief. But it turns out often they are the wisest people in the play, and they're too smart to get involved in all of the shenanigans. As of right now, I'm the last one on for Moco Moments. If anybody else pops on to do any last-minute stuff, I will gladly raid them. But I think most people have wound it down now that the auction is over and all that other stuff. They are the best. They are the best parts decks. But there was a part of me for a little while. It's really hard. As a teenager, I most certainly embraced being androgynous. I wore baggy, ripped up jeans, big oversized t-shirts, Chuck Taylor, Converse, sneakers, canvas sneakers. And I often wore my hair like really short, like longer in the front, but real short in the back. And it was just, it wasn't like, for me, it was more like, yeah, all that other stuff is a huge pain in the butt, and I don't feel like keeping up with, typical fashion. So I'm just going to shop at thrift stores since that's what my family can afford anyways. So I just learned to love thrifting and vintage clothes. And I loved like getting dressed up. It wasn't like I didn't like ever want to look pretty. But I just, in my day-to-day, and I'm kind of the same way as an adult, in my day-to-day, I'm like, I don't care, jeans and t-shirts, whatever. Like, it's just clothes. It's not important to me. But I also think it's very cool. I love watching other people's fashion and makeup videos. Go figure. I love watching other people transform themselves with, like, cosplay and makeup and stuff like that. The thrift store is great. You remember, Into the Woods. I didn't get to audition for that one. They did it at my high school after we moved away from where they were doing The Outsiders and back to Iowa. They were doing it and they had already had auditions. So I helped with the set for it. The guy who played the narrator was so excited to get cast for that part. You didn't get it at the time. Yeah, for sure. And also, like, that's a hard play, Sparky. That musical is very difficult. The singing in it is really difficult. That play is an undertaking. You don't just do that play with just any group of, yahoos. Sondheim in general is pretty difficult. Sweeney Todd, another one of my favorite musicals, is a Stephen Sondheim. There's a bunch of them. But the singing is, there's some technical singing stuff in Sondheim that's... Now, I could make a choice here and just do this in a spiral. I did consider it, because then you just can kind of go, but like, this way you know where the end of your round is, and you can measure at the end of a round Would anybody know? It's inside, you know? What's up? What's up, Banky? Banka? Do people ever try to call you, like, not Germans? Do not Germans ever try to call you the Banka? One of my kids is studying studying German, and he was speaking some German, and he's studying like 12 languages on Duolingo. We were at Burger King, and he's sitting there trying to like talk to me in German. 12-8 time signature is not for the weak. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Werg. I appreciate that. So, yeah, I think this could be subtle enough that, like, it's going to give it a little pop from the inside. But it's not going to be... I like it. Hey, good suggestion. Very good suggestion. Thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Bag of Donuts. Werg was saying that too. It's really tough. It's like, fine, you're all enthusiastic. You know, you're excited for this holiday that means you get to blow stuff up. Like, what time is it by you? It's way later than here, isn't it? Aren't you like 3 hours ahead of me? Bag of Donuts? Yeah, I'm sorry if fireworks are hard for you. It's not, you know, it's not fun for our animals. Like, if we get anything, it's little tiny firecrackers. We set them off for like 15 minutes on the 4th of July, and that's it. And they're not like big, like bottle rockets and like explosion sounds and stuff. Oh, you are a West Coaster. I thought you were East Coast. But where I live, July 1st is the start of, you know, outdoor fire banning. Like, you can't do, like, a burn pile and all that because it's fire season. But there's going to be a bunch of people, you know, setting them off, like, practically right into the woods back behind our house. Bunch of morons. Oh, because they bought enough to blow them up every night for a week on purpose. Because that's what people do. Your brother accidentally set the park behind your house on fire when you were a kid. Oh my god. Oh, Terry, I'm so sorry. Your birthday's coming up next week and you just want a good night of sleep for your birthday. That's all you want. Yeah. You have 3 complexes and a mobile home place, so they light in the road. Oh, geez. I forgot to zoom back out a little bit here. Watch for traffic, then light. Oh my god, they're super bad and litter the road for city workers to pick up, or you bring... Oh, Werg. That's nice of you. Yeah, we got some neighbors on the one side that like to get real... let's just say the firecrackers are not the only thing getting lit over there. And that's such a terribly bad idea. You know? Your reaction time is lessened, or, excuse me, increased. Your reaction time is increased. Your inhibition is down. There's just, it's alcohol and fireworks, man. It is a bad combination. You always help pick up fireworks because why make a mess you can't clean? Well, yeah, and some people are, like I said, much more, they observe a lot more restraint, and they take care of business, and they do it, you know, away from houses and away from vegetation and not in the middle of a road. And, you know, like, there's so many things that could go wrong there. Well, like, I made sure my cat was inside way earlier in the evening than I normally would last night because I was just terrified of him, like, getting scared, running off into the woods and not being able to, like, you know, getting freaked out and just trying to bunker down somewhere outside. And, you know, there's, like, a lot of wild animals around here, and I don't want him to get in trouble overnight. Every family party. Oh, my goodness. So dangerous these days with the average person able to buy and set off mortars. Yeah. Well, and like, again, there's a reason. I don't know. And then some places have also gone to the drones instead. And I think those are pretty cool. I'm not saying like that I don't enjoy a good fireworks show that are like put on by professionals and are done safely, like over a body of water or something. But I've seen some of the ones where there's drones, and those are pretty heckin' cool. They can do some cool stuff with them. Worst people on the 4th. Well, yeah, I know. There's a lot. I can tell you, people firing off fireworks all week before, it's not just a country thing. It happened plenty in Portland. Drone shows are cool. Yeah, I think that's a really fun alternative. Yeah, a neighbor of ours used to spray down her roof with like a hose. But like, you should always be making sure you're doing them far away enough from buildings, people, like I said, vegetation. Like, if you just don't have a good place to do it, then don't do it. 1 year, oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope everybody was okay, Werg. What is my favorite food? I don't think I can answer that question for you. Not easily. Can I cheat and just say anything Asian food? It's like, dude, sushi for my birthday. The first restaurant we went out to after having our babies. Oh, Mason.
9 po bread, 9 po bread, 9 po bread.
Was a pho restaurant in Portland called Pho Hung. And we all 3 of our kids there dined as babies, and yeah, anything Asian, Vietnamese, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Thai. I love all of it. And I like not just the American stuff, but like, yes, Mason, you get the pirate chicken. Like, one of my coworkers from the last place I worked at before the pandemic started took me to this place that was like more like traditional, like actual Chinese food recipes. Might have even been Taiwanese. Specifically, I can't remember. I think he was Taiwanese. I know he was from Taiwan. But oh my god, he took me to this place and it was unbelievable. And it was, you know, yes, of course, a lot of the flavors that we're used to from Asian food, but it was different. The stuff you get at a Chinese food restaurant in the United States, even if they specify a region, it's not like what you're gonna get when you go there. So, yeah, I found a pattern for this, I believe. I think this was a pattern. The hat. I don't remember what pattern I used, though. All right, Mason, thank you so much for 6 months at Tier 1. You're amazing. I'm going to squeeze this rubber chicken 6 times. If squeaky noises like that bother you, I'm giving you a chance to turn the volume down or maybe mute the stream. Or maybe you're one of those that wants to turn the volume up. Either way, you have now been warned sufficiently. 6 rubber chicken squawks. Thank you so much, Mason. Thanks for your support, friend. Also, ads are coming in a minute. I never did do show and tell. We got distracted talking about YouTube. Let's do it now, after the ad break. But there was a channel points redeem missing because I was forcing everybody to do it for charity. One that Mason likes a lot. That I may or may not have just... Oh, no! You got sniped! You got sniped, bag of donuts. Mason's like, I don't care. That means that's like more channel points for me to do it as you were about to click it. So funny. All right. I actually don't have water down here, so I'm going to go get some during the ad break. Thank you guys for sticking through ad breaks. I do appreciate it. It is one of the ways you can support the content for free. If you have a Turbo subscription, you don't see ads, but I get ad impression credit. Or you could consider using your Prime or subscribing to turn off the ads, among many other reasons to do so. Thank you so much for your support. I'll be right back. Oh, buddy. Oh, God. Okay, Ramona, go ahead.
Oh, my goodness. A little bit more.
Could put... Hold on. Hold on a second.
Hey.
I'm sorry, it's such a mess in here. Yeah! You're in there with me!
Escalated quickly.
Oh my God! Oh! Ugh! I'm never doing that again. I can.
That's right, get wrecked, cancer!
Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? You got to pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. Pump it up.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Just
It's so. Oh,
What's going on?
that's rich. Tumble, did you? Wait. Tumble. Did you really think you were gonna get me? Congratulations, bag of donuts. Oh, right. Okay. The grocery store right next to the shop has Ritter Sport Bars. And they had the ones with the butter biscuit. Oh my God. Thank you for using your Prime, Banky. Thank you so much. Thank you. You didn't need to do that here. That's your 3-month resub. Here comes the pirate chicken. Are you ready? Volume warning. No, there will be no Ritter Sport Gate. Leave me alone and let me enjoy my chocolate, Mason. Ready into 1, into 2, and a 3. Thank you, Binky! Binky Banka! Thank you. Ritter Sport with the butter biscuit on the inside, Hatton. Why do they make this? It's so unfair. And thank you for embiggening. This is from Smorf. This is the finished version of the piece. That Smorf was sharing before. It looks good, Smorf. Like I said, it is nice to see you doing something other than just dinosaurs. Can you purchase this in the United States of Arizona? Is that where you are now? Are you here already? Is that where you're going to be, though? Arizona? Arizona in July, Hatton? Okay, I was just going to say, please, for the love of God, tell me you're going to go somewhere besides just Arizona in July. You have friends there. You had a nice surprise earlier today. That's good, Werg. What was the surprise? If you don't mind sharing. Yes, Python. We are doing show and tell. Yeah, so these are Pride Granny Squares from Raven Blackheart. Very cool. I've never done ones that color change differently like this. I've only done you know, the middle is one color, the next round is a different color. Arizona, Texas, Minnesota, Ohio, and New York, all very hot during the summer. I mean, Texas and Arizona especially. Minnesota, Ohio, New York. Depends on where it is in Minnesota. Minnesota might actually be really beautiful weather this time of year, but it could be kind of muggy. And Ohio and New York usually pretty muggy this time of the year. But at least you're not bound to get like 8 inches of snow. Minneapolis. Oh, Minneapolis is a cool city, Hatton. Have fun while you're in Minneapolis. There's a lot to see and do there. No, I'm not being sarcastic. It's a pretty cool town. And there's a lot of really good live music. Minneapolis still has a really good, thriving live music scene. You spent time in Rochester with family, so Minnesota was hot there. Yeah, it can get very hot. This is from Nisi, and I feel badly because Nisi popped into the stream the other day. And probably was just too nice to say that she had posted something in here, but look how pretty this says. Latest attempt at Bob Ross style oil painting. Painted this on a 4-inch wood slice that will be turned into a magnet once it's dry. Very cool. You can't wait to see the biggest ball of twine. Oh, man. 10 skeins of wool ready for their final wash. This is from Chen. And orange is my favorite color, so this is very cool. And we totally have these hangers from IKEA for our kids. I said, I'm fairly certain we have those exact same hangers from IKEA. So funny. Cooking for more than bragging rights from Cbus Rockstar. Cbus has been working on this cross-stitch piece for quite some time. This is a gift for Chef Steve 330, who heads up Good Cause Crusaders, of which Cbus is a member, which is a charity team. And they've raised tons of money for charity. Chef Steve has raised a ton of money for charity, including St. Jude and Starlight, just like us. Chef Steve's a great friend. We just do this in the Show and Tell channel in the Discord. So people post their like projects and stuff in there. As long as it doesn't have a kiddo's face. Only because, like, yeah, okay, I know. My kids show up on my stream. Yes, and I'm also married to the one and live with the one other person who's an adult who would be involved in the decision-making process for that. And they've all been talked to about how they never ever have to be on mom's stream and they're not the focus of my content. This is about me not knowing for sure whether or not people have permission to post pictures of kids, someone else's kid on my live stream, you know, have it up on my live stream. I just like playing it safe when it comes to that because like, how would you prove to me that you have consent? Cocktail acrylics on 5x7 inch canvas panel. Right. You know, again, I don't think that it's like should be strictly forbidden or anything. It's not like that at all, obviously. Like, my kids have always been on Facebook. Pictures of them have always been on Facebook. But some families and some co-parents do not want that. And their wishes should be respected, and they have their reasons. And it is something I've thought about and been like, And then I've thought, it's a little late. Because literally, we've been posting pictures and video of them since birth, all 3 of them. I'm not saying, like, you know, that it is a good idea to examine your behavior around that stuff. You know, and to think about it. Most of your family don't want their pictures to be public. Even adults. You know, you should be cautious about posting pictures of other people. Period. You know? just depending on what the situation is. This is cool. I love the detail here. This is from Blaze Cocktail. Acrylics on a 5 by 7 inch canvas panel. This is very cool. I like this a lot. Animals are totally fine. Pictures of your work that you've been doing, creative stuff, totally fine. Had to put the needles down for a few months for the lobster season. Oh, this is from Lobster Licka. It's Lobster Licka. Lobster Licka. You're back. Oh, I'm so happy. This is from this morning, so probably Lobster Liquor isn't in here right now, but I'm so happy. Yay. It's been a wild season so far. Her father, her captain, hurt his knee. Oh no, could barely walk. Took over for him and been running the boat since the second week of the season. There's only 9 weeks, so time matters. You've been training to take over for the last couple years, but never thought the time would be so soon. A lot of heads turning when the girl beats all the guys into the harbor with a full boat. Hope everything's been well with you all. Yeah, that you're kicking butt. Let's go, Lobster Liquor. Lobster Liquor showing them what's up. Hope everything's been well. Oh, cheers until July 15th. So awesome. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see her. Look at her. So you can post it in this channel, Venable. It's under the Twitch category. Show and tell on stream. Oh, that's a beautiful sunset. Look at that. Cutie patootie. Boop. We got a boop. Sorry. You must be booped. Oh my God. Look at that. Yeah, Venompool, I'm pretty sure you're in the server. Gorgeous photos. Oh, look at that. That is so cool. I love it. Now. He's out there. Oh, Lobster. You card. All right. New style, all acrylics. Shouldn't smoke Lobster Liquor. It's bad for you. These are from Bells. These are really pretty. I love them. Little departure from the Witchies. Very, very pretty. Bells is a pretty awesome friend of the stream. And does stream making art. So you should definitely give Bells a follow and hang out. Python, look at your dragon. Very cute. Aww. I love the little plants over here too. That's awesome. Did it show 3 times for you? Big of Donuts? What I got done on Sunday.
Unless you're learning how to crochet, Mason. I don't want to see your name in there, especially now with a spoiler.
I see a sign in the background here, Python. Are you selling your stuff somewhere? Please let us know if you are. Mason. All right. What you got done on Sunday and did some more yesterday. It says spoiler. Mason, let's go, dude. Yeah. Wow. Look at you go. No worries, Python. I just wanted to ask. And if you want to share your Ko-fi, we'll get you a permit link. Just say link ready in the chat. Okay, you have my blessing because you're an awesome friend of the stream and your stuff is super cute. Very good. Excellent job. You are making lots of progress already. That's really crazy. Awesome. What count is this Ada? It's hard to tell just by looking at this. What count is the Ada? Is it at 14? Okay. I was going to say, if you're out here trying to do like 18 count right off the bat, he must be stopped. No, excellent work. Looks really good. I'm happy you're trying this. I hope it appeals to you. And you know that Pix is an awesome resource for a lot of this stuff, as well as a bunch of other people here on the platform. I don't have as much experience with cross stitch, and I need to work on that Starlight project. I haven't picked it up in forever. I think I got a little bit discouraged when I did it. I tried to do it 3 strands over 16 count, and that was a mistake. Is it 16 or 18? That one's 16, I think. Anyway. But I need to get back to it. Don't have anything, because Pix helped me design a really awesome piece that I need to finish. Don't have anything, but here's a kitty that I get to finish, that I get to work on, because people were generous, and it'll be good practice for cross-stitching lettering. Link ready. Okay, 1 second while I grab a permit for you. There you go. Spend 7 hours-ish doing it on Sunday. You don't even think, you think even though it's a little bigger, it's a piece you're really interested in making. Very cool. Check out Python's Ko-fi. There are some finished crochet items. And a pattern. Koala Christmas Bauble crochet pattern. That's very cute. There's a $5 pattern in there if you're a fellow crafter. There's also a Budgie Buddy, Chunky Plush Crochet Bee, and a Ladybug Plush toy. Very cute. All for sale in Jungle Carpet Python's Ko-fi. You have a color book in your room? I have some coloring books, and I've been thinking about getting them out and doing some coloring on stream. Aww. Meow meow. This is perfect. We love pictures of animals. What a sweetheart. Such a pretty kitty cat. I love all these beautiful colors. I love cats. It's like that video, you know, of the woman where she like loses it because she loves cats so much. Sometimes I feel like that's me. You colored it by yourself. This looks great. I like the bright colors. It's a bear. That's very cool. My daughter likes the advanced coloring books. Her name is Yoda, and she's 6 years old. Aw. Very cute. Such a sweetie. There are some apps. There's a Steam, might be free. Like a coloring thing. Color by number, maybe. I remember Kay used to do that one on stream. Pretty relaxing. There's also like pixel art apps too. You can like make your own pixel art designs and stuff. Her name is Yoda, so I wonder why her name is Yoda. I like it though. Took you a long time to do it. I mean, you know, that's more entertainment, right? It's a good thing. Use adult coloring books and also coloring sheets and pages. Yes. I loved coloring as a kid, and I think it's very therapeutic, and people should totally do it. I have a really interesting coloring book that my husband got me from the shop. Truey! Hi, Truey. How are you, friend? Truey is a fellow content creator and fellow St. Jude supporter, charity supporter, who has rated us before. And I believe we've rated you too, maybe at least once. But also does a ton of content on YouTube that is super helpful for streamers. And you guys should definitely look Truey up on YouTube. And subscribe to her YouTube, because she does like all kinds of like walkthroughs of like features of OBS and just sort of general streamer education videos. That stuff is so undervalued. You're so welcome, because I knew who you were before we ever even met on Twitch, because I had found your videos on YouTube. I was fangirling. I was like, no way, the Truey. But in all seriousness, that stuff is so awesome for people to share information like that and help others improve their content. So like the least I can do is shout you out here on Twitch and also, tell people to come find your YouTube. Is it just youtube.com/Truey? If there's any that have anything to do with cats, then that would be what I would vote for probably. I love cats and lemurs, but chances are pretty slim that you're going to have a coloring page that has to do with a lemur. Big cats, small cats, I don't discriminate. I love them all. I used to be very, very enthusiastic about cat facts. No. Hatton, thank you for the thank you for the biddies. Everything in Hatton's channel is animals and their booties. youtube.com/@Truey. Right. Very cool. Yeah. Please check it out. No, not all of them. Yeah, you do have the Doge laughing. I like the Doge. And then there's a couple other ones that aren't just of butts. Giant rat butts. This one is a face. Hatton's like, this one is a face. I actually got the chance to go hang out in Hatton's channel as well. And I really, really appreciate like how awesome are Aussies, honestly. I mean it. I'm not just trying to kiss y'all's butt so you'll accept me into your country when I finally decide I've had enough here. Totally not doing that. In case there's some sort of thing where you need references. You tried like 300 times to get /Truey, but it didn't let you as you already had Truey 22. Blapplesite, but just oh, absolutely. And it's just like, it's so funny how like, okay, so how did I find Jonathan? How did I find Jonathan's stream? Recommended maybe? Partner Discord? I don't remember. You going nays? Oh, you're taking care of the kitty. Okay, you go have kitty snuggles and bag of donuts. Thanks for hanging out with us. Always. Appreciate you, friend. Tell us the Ong Lo story. Well, I just came in there and I was like, I don't remember what I said, but I'll tell you. Jonathan is disarmingly friendly with people and just said, hi, how are you? What do you stream? And was just like he's really good at reading chat, even when he has a lot going on in the channel. He's been doing this for a while. And he's a fabulous musician. And he's just so down to earth, like personality wise. He clearly knows what he's doing, but he does not abuse his position as someone who is very clearly an actual, like a professional and who taught music for many, many years. And man, dude, guys, Jonathan has like 8 guitars. It's wild. But he has fun with it. This is what I'm trying to say is like being in his channel is an enjoyable experience. He is totally willing to laugh at himself, but he definitely tries to keep chat like respectful. Like I've seen him, like you, Hatton, and a bunch of other people who are regulars in there who are like decent people. You guys are troublemakers, but he loves that. It's not that. He's not stiff or boring. Which can happen easily, I think, with some folks who are very serious about what they do, right? They just like they're taking themselves a little too seriously, and that's definitely not him. But he does. I am decent people. Yes. But like there's a difference between good-natured ribbing amongst friends when people are there to stick up for themselves, and because we understand that this is a joke between us, right? Just like kind of giving each other, razzing each other. And then there's like just being poopy to someone for no good reason. And what I've noticed about him is he doesn't just automatically tell mods like ban that person, get him out of here. He'll actually put an effort in to try and have a conversation with them and maybe help them figure out how they're behaving is not cool. But again, he doesn't stoop to their level really. He'd just be like, why would you say something like that? Why would you come in here and say something like that? You know? And sometimes they actually stick around and have a conversation for a while, and maybe they even see the error of their ways. It's pretty cool. And he doesn't have to do that. He just be like, get out. And so like I feel like everyone that I've met through him, you, OXD, we get a couple other people that come in here. Was it Mobius? Mobius, I think, might have come in here from a raid from somebody who knows Jonathan, or maybe Mobius was somebody else. But like everybody who has found the channel through Jonathan has been really cool. But I love the Aussies. How are you doing this time zone? I hope you're doing well. I think this is working out. This was... Jalopy, did you suggest this? Are you still in here? Sometimes I have to come and go so quickly. It really stinks. But I played music in school. I'm no expert of any kind. Hatton, do you play music on your streams? What were you doing when I was there? Back with waffles. Did you bring enough for everyone? You do not play music. Why not? There's some embarrassing clips of me doing karaoke. I was our first chair for soprano my senior year of high school, but that's only because I could sing, you know, pretty much mostly on key and loud. Like, you could do some karaoke to Linkin Park or something. No, you enjoy your waffles. Yeah, but Mason's in here talking about waffles. And Howells is choosing violence because, you know, now that the channel point redeem is back, all of you guys are just going to keep your eyes on this ridiculous channel points redeem. Well, it could if you did it during certain times of the day. And I feel like it's kind of fun to overhear someone practicing an instrument, so long as it's not, you know, super early in the morning or super late at night. Ooh. Ritter, R-I-T-T-E-R, Sport. Ritter Sport. And they are a chocolate brand, and so the one that I was eating has butter biscuit on the inside of it. It's ridiculous. It should be illegal. Mm-hmm. Where I would look for them, Hatton, is if there is a specialty grocery store. But I mean, I get them at the bargain outlet. I get them at Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, which is like our local, kind of almost like a Trader Joe's. I mean, we have Trader Joe's here and Aldi in some parts of the country. But where else can you get them? I feel like you can get them at a lot of grocery stores now too, Ritter Sport Bars. They have a really good one that has dark chocolate with like whole, or maybe not 100% whole, but like big pieces of hazelnut. No. No, I mean, it could be that it is in another country. I can't remember if it's from, where's Ritter Sport from originally? It might be from Germany or Scandinavia. Switzerland, maybe? As a family company, we think in terms of generations and focus our work on leaving a livable environment for them. We act in harmony with people and nature and see it as our obligation to take responsibility within our supply chain. Above all, we want to make really good chocolate. That's what drives us, but it's important how we achieve that by doing the right thing. I had no idea I was doing some kind of, good thing for the world or whatever with this purchase. Imagine that. Imagine. What exactly does that mean? We will be happy to tell you our history. Okay. Our family business looks back on a long past. We are proud of this and like to remember old days, learn more about it, and find out how it all began, how it continued, and where we are today. From 1912 to the present day, Ritter Sport has risen to the challenges of contemporary history and grown with them. Even though we have our sights firmly set on the future, we like to remember what we have already experienced. Germany, I think. Yeah. The founding of the chocolate and sugar confectionery factory by Alfred Eugen Ritter and Clara Ritter. The foundation stone for the Ritter Sport chocolate story was laid in Stuttgart, Bad Cannstatt in, I don't speak German very well, in 1912. The first Ritter chocolates were made here, manufactured and sold. 1912 in Germany. Interesting. Oh, I get it. Now this is why they're called Ritter Sport. Clara Ritter's proposal. Let's make a chocolate that fits in every sports jacket pocket without breaking and has the same weight as a normal long bar. It is launched under the name Ritter's Sport Chocolade and also in the range long bars, chocolates, Easter, and Christmas items. Because it's in a square. It's not a long bar like this. It's a square. And it's a square of little squares. You can break it into small squares. Huh. Oh my goodness. From 1940 onwards, production had to be stopped entirely. Other companies temporarily occupy the factory. Immediately after the war, the Reese and Hetzel Company produced toothpaste in the chocolate factory. In the course of the denazification by the Allies, Alfred Eugen Ritter was appointed by the American occupation as acting mayor in Waldenbuch, since it can be proven that he was not a member of the NSDAP. He will hold this office for a year. 1950, for the first time after the war, cocoa is available again without restrictions. The company resumes production. Crazy. I was like, this company was started before World War II, maybe during World War I? 1974, a revolution on the chocolate market. The entrepreneur Alfred Otto Ritter introduces the Bunte palette, where on the advertising posters, one reads, "Everything is getting more colorful, happier, more modern, more active, including the chocolate that goes with it." Another brand component is born. And yeah, you snap open the pack on one side of it. There's like a line on it that shows you how to open the package. In 1976, they did that. Crazy. 1978, 1990, 91. This is cool. I'm glad they have all this information here. Honestly, it's a good sign. It's like, hey, we're more than happy to tell you about our company through the years, you know. Hi, Amanda. I had no idea though, and I mean, I have read their packaging and seen that they try to source their ingredients responsibly, but I don't know. That's an easy claim to make, but it seems like they actually have put together a site that describes how they're doing it, so that's good. It's one thing to just put it on a label, and it's another to like actually show, you know, information and evidence. Certifications and stuff. It's like, it's hard. You know, for example, organic certification in the United States is such trouble that a lot of farms will practice organic, but they don't bother going through the certification because it's so expensive and it's like a rigorous process. How you doing, Amanda? It's lovely to see you. Amanda's awesome and is also a content creator, and you guys should follow. Always out there trying to do good stuff for other people. And just, you know, fun fiber arts friend. Doing okay. Tatting a TARDIS tonight. Very cool. I'd love to learn tatting. I just feel like there's so many other things that I should be focusing on. I got to get back to doing the paintings, and I have some cross-stitch stuff I need to work on. There's just not enough time. And I started a diamond painting, and I'm, you know, never not crocheting. It feels like I was knitting in the car, actually, on the way to and from the shop. Oh my god. Congratulations. Dude, you guys killed it. You knocked it out of the park. I know that the team campaign is still technically open, but I archived mine, and I was trying to tell people to go and donate to other people that were on. But I think I'm the last one now. But I archived the campaign because if anybody asked me about it, I was going to be like, nope, go help people hit their goals. You have just retired the team campaign, you guys. Dude, can we please get some love and some hype and some for the kids emotes? 64,000. I was going to go look for it. $64,014.88. And you guys went through some real stress earlier today. I was just sort of popping in and out on my phone while I was at the shop. But it worked out in the end. I know that there was a moment where you were thinking that wasn't going to be the case, but I'm really glad that Tiltify managed to pull it together for you. And Izzy really is amazing. But dude, you guys, like 50,000 was a lofty goal. I wasn't worried that you wouldn't hit that, but you exceeded it by an additional $10,000 and then some. And your own campaign contributed over 15K of that? Was it over 18? Did you guys go over 18K? That's freaking nuts. This is an example, I will say, of like, sometimes it pays to like, no, you know, I don't mean, when I say that, I'm not necessarily just referring to the dollar amount. It's worth it to wait and do something special, like once a year, to coordinate something like this. Your campaign was over 18 plus 3 in auction items. $64,000 is a lot of treatment for St. Jude patients. It's funding for their research, which goes towards not just treatment, but cures. And even so far as, trying to maybe help people identify that their child is at risk for certain types of cancers. I mean, maybe one day they'll just make it so nobody ever even has to hear the words your child has cancer, which would be pretty freaking awesome. If you guys don't get invited to Summit, I will riot. I will call up Amanda Hill personally and be like, what's wrong with you? I'm kidding. I love Amanda. She's great. But no, I think you'll probably get an invite. We don't assume these things. But that's huge. It's so massive, and it's such an amazing amount of help. And it's a lot of hard work and coordination and time and energy. And right on the heels of the partner party that you guys did for artists and crafters on the platform, I know that you're talking about it taking place a little further into the summer next year to give you more time, that there were just some logistics stuff that didn't work out that you were thinking that you needed to adhere to. So that's why you did it so close together. So give yourself some breathing room, but you did it. You more than did it. You smashed it. You crushed it. Auntie Trashia, I appreciate you lurking, and yes to everything you just said. And I love how excited everybody was and supportive, and hopefully that just inspires that many more people to come and join you next year. Pretty amazing. Please, if any of you are sitting there going, I don't know, don't do that to yourself. There were people who started their goals at like 250 who ended up at like 2,000. You may very well be very pleasantly surprised. And even if you set a goal of 100 and you don't reach it, even if you only receive one donation, for $20 or something like that, that's $20 the organization didn't have, and it's awareness, and it is devoting your time and energy to something that is greater than, it's like, it's for the babies. Why does it still show 67 active campaigns, but then nothing active when you click? I saw that earlier tonight. Your guess is that's the number of people that didn't physically close out their own campaigns, but they were forced closed because you ended the team one? Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, you started your goal at 100 and you managed 413. You did 4 times what you originally planned for on Day Trashy. That's great. Oh yeah, a ton of people did. Truly the Mocos are a really great example of really excellent team building. For me, it's been difficult to put the kind of time into building teams that I would like to be able to. And something I've been having a tough conversation with myself about is whether or not I'm really capable of devoting the kind of time to team stuff that, to make it successful, and whether or not it's better for me to just kind of kick back and let other people do that for now. And then, one day my kids will not be grade school and high school age, and I would be able to devote more time to it, because it really does, there's a lot of stuff to think about. For sure. The Fallen Angels raid train you were part of did just over 500 for the Children's Heart Unit Fund in the UK. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Congratulations, Amanda. That's amazing. There's a ton of really great causes out there, and too, like, even if you are you can fundraise through Twitch if you want to. You can use the Native Twitch charity tool, which is through PayPal Giving. But the platform that we are talking about fundraising on is Tiltify. And the reason why most people go with Tiltify is because it's easy to integrate with your stream. There's integration from like most of the major bots and all that stuff. They have their own overlays. And St. Jude also has a bunch of their own stuff that you can use too. You can go to those pages and still donate? Really? I thought if you closed the team campaign, it was supposed to close everything. That's the way that it's worked in the past. Oh, yeah. Donate button's right there. Did they change that? Yeah, I closed mine manually. So when you go to my profile right now, the only 2 active campaigns I have are the ones that we use for Hype Train donations for Starlight and Big Table. You're about to retire your personal one as well. Yeah, that's interesting, though, because, again, I thought that you were, when you closed the team, campaign. So here's, like, for example, Kim still has a couple of campaigns open. I wonder if Kim knows that she has these other campaigns open. Teams. And I only closed my Play Live campaign because I didn't want anybody to get confused and go to my Tiltify profile and accidentally donate to the wrong St. Jude campaign. Also, we did not quite make it to 200 plus points last month. I realized I did not announce this yet, which is perfectly okay. We have stretched level 1 for yet another month into next year. So we qualify for level 1 plus program through July of 2025, which is great. So we were a little shy of the trigger for a gift card giveaway. We dropped about 15 points this month, and I almost wonder how many. This is a month with 30 days in it, and this is what I thought of. I was like, sometimes we have, there's people who sub on the very last day of the month. If their resub date is the 31st of the previous, you know what I mean? I'm wondering about that. You broke 20K Tiltify lifetime today, which is mind-blowing. You just hit 10K lifetime March 7th of this year. That's awesome. That's so great. Well, Pix, you really put yourself on the line there with especially like I said, the frickin' crowd control and Dixper at the same time. Sweet Jeebus. You maniac. That's nuts. Yeah, you're right there to get that 25K pin. You'll get that this year, I'm sure. Are you doing 12 days, Pix? I can't remember. I know you did Mario Day, and Mario Day seems like it might be more your jam. Dixper, crowd control, wheel spins. You can't believe how much we overloaded the APIs. We're not gonna do that. I know they're annoying. We're not gonna do that though. We're especially not going to make light of something so horrendous by comparing sitting through an ad break to it. Please don't. I'm not always the best about announcing the ad breaks coming, but they're a part of the platform, and if you cannot afford to sub, don't feel like subbing, totally cool. You can sit here and watch for free. Not a problem. Ads are part of the platform and they help support what I do. Some months they are enough to cover one, if not two, of my utility bills. Believe it or not, I actually do receive enough in ed revenue monthly sometimes to really make an impact for my family. This is what I do full time for a living. So 8 ads adds up to the hype. I'm missing. Maybe I'm missing something here, Mandarin. You had someone snipe a donut to push it over 400 as trolling. You love your party crew. That's so awesome. I'll tell you. There's probably people who think I focus too much on charity. I'm sure there are. We like to give people a chance to prove that they can, you know, do better. So, you know, don't make me bust out that Sabrina Carpenter, okay? Please, please, please don't prove I'm right. Yeah. We are also not going to do that in here. Especially not right after that, so nope. Yeah. There was a comment earlier and I wasn't so certain. Oh no, you got bopped. Okay, Antitrust, you got bopped for posting a link without a permit. The Pix, I'll message you. Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. It's all good. It's okay. Now, would that I didn't have to have this tied to being a subscriber, right? Would that I did not have to tie it to that, but I've had problems with both bot and human users coming in and posting links, and if they can't do it without a sub badge, it greatly lessens that. So it's not like we don't want you to post links. We just have to have some sort of a way to stop it from happening without knowing who you are first, most likely, right? Highly unlikely that you would have a sub badge and we've never met you before. It does happen. But it keeps the bots from coming in here and spamming links. So, you didn't want to make a Tumblr or Twitter, so you made them higher tier. You absolutely got it set at what you thought was never going to happen. Oh, that's hilarious. You have to make socials now. I don't think I've ever seen, I've seen like tweet for me. I've seen like, you know, stuff like that, but I've never seen like actually create an account on a platform as a charity. That's pretty good. You were saying that your campaign was set higher to prevent making socials. And then that became the challenge for the party crew. You were like, I don't wanna. And they were like, bet. You also went to the gym for them. You are a trooper. It depends on what it is, Venom. What is it? I'm not sure what this is. So you have to elaborate a little bit and ask for a link permit if you want to post a link. Yeah. I really don't want to like have to go fully on to like, you know, whisper a mod. Just hyperlinks are just blocked. You know, it's hard. I love sharing things, especially what I want is for people to be able to share their links to their stuff. And it's just very frustrating to feel like there are people who abuse that, you know? It was mostly self-care and nice things, and it was really effective. No one did the full troll. Yeah, you don't have to offer up things that are not cool. Yeah, but also, Moko, you have a very large and very present and very vigilant crew of regulars and mods. So if somebody does something untoward in there, which like you guys are, you know, you're an 18 and over channel, so it's a little bit less restrictive in terms of like, you know, anything to do with like profanity and stuff like that, but like being respectful, right? So we're not going to allow hateful stuff, you know, anything like hate speech, discrimination, or anything like that at Moko's, right? Everybody's cool. We're cool to each other in there. And we also, you know, yell F you. But that also means that there's people who will come in and assume because profanity is allowed, because discussion of topics that are meant for people over 18 is allowed, that's like license to just say or do whatever they want. You've had it. There's weirdos who come in and go, oh, 18 and over channel. And they're not just like letting their freak flag fly a little bit. They're like out to see how much is too much. And it's very frustrating because it's like, well, clearly everybody's in here is, you know, should be an adult. And it's not like, you know, they're going to be upset if you use a curse word or if you talk about something, you know, that's an adult topic or whatever. But like, you're just being a weirdo, like not the good kind. You're just making everybody uncomfortable. Like, and that's different. You tell people that you refuse to open Amazon links and YouTube links on channel, though. You don't need your postal code and address from Amazon shared, and YouTube can get you a strike, which isn't worth it. I don't open external links typically unless I can have, like, unless it's someone I'm a known and trusted for a long time community member. And even then I'm cautious because of music stuff and DMCA. And then, yeah, Amazon stuff you got to be careful with. If you're signed in, it's going to show your postal code, etc. And yeah, I just, even with like the videos people will post to the show and tell, if there's views, if there's sound, I often just don't even listen to it. It's hard though. You know, you want to give people the benefit of the doubt. You want to give the benefit of the doubt, but if that's what you wanted to share, Venom, that's lovely. And again, you know, share good news and happy things as much and as often as you can. And it, you know, we love to be able to you know, say congratulations and stuff like that. Oh my goodness, what in the world are you doing?
Welcome to the fart
zone.
Mr.
Mr. Sharpballoons, what?
Welcome to the fart zone.
Hello? Welcome to the fart zone, Raiders. Did you, Mr. Sharpballoons, you probably didn't know about the fart zone when you brought people here.
To the fart zone. Welcome to the fart zone. To the fart zone. Welcome to the fart zone. To the fart zone. To the fart zone.
Oh, you followed during this, Lady Spookums? Lady Spookums, you're going to be just fine in here if you followed during that. If you followed during all of that, what's up, Darcy? How are you? Lady Spookums, I was just about to say, okay, now wait, because we also have a raid video, and you need to watch that first before you follow the channel, just to I just want to make sure you understand that's not an isolated incident. Darcy, thank you. Are you sure? I don't know. I didn't know that he streamed. Now, tell me, what were we doing on stream? Is the fart zone anything like the Twilight Zone? It can get that way. You fart and you crochet. Of course you followed. Shayna birthday mini celebration. How fun. I love it. Listen, I'm honored, Mr. Sharpaloons, that you would choose me to read after something like that. Thank you so much, friend. And Shayna. Now, is today Shayna's birthday? Does Shayna share a birthday with my husband? Thank you so much for the follows. Now, listen, before any of the rest of you just stream when Shayna's not around or when you're doing slightly less family-friendly stuff. I understand. I hear you. I've thought about, it is her birthday. Dude, really? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shayna. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Anyways, happy birthday. That's awesome. Don't try this at home. We also have a raid video for you. You should watch it. It's really cool, and it's pretty much more of that.
I'm freaking out right now. I'm fangirling.
You have no clothes on. No.
Get supported, nerd.
No flipping way. You didn't do it.
Thank you for the dollar bills for the kiddos. Thank you so much, everybody. Ah!
We talked about this. I mean, you can cook steak in a dryer, but do you want to? And when the fat renders off of the steak, does it create a fire hazard? I'm sorry, I'm a mother. I can't help but think about these things immediately. So this is a game to you guys, huh?
What? You're doing so hard.
There's people out here with reputations at stake.
Yeah. I love Shayna and Mr. Sharpaloons. They're both great. Yeah. We love corn too. It's corn. A big pumpkin house. It has the juice. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. Woo! The little woo is the best part of that. Oh, Lady Spookums, I'm going to come out with a tutorial on how to do this. And so what I'm doing right now is the lining, okay? So yes, I do crochet when chat lets me. It's not all fart noises and yelling and screaming and whipped cream pies to the face with my kids and all that stuff. But they clamor for it here, Amy. I told them if we ever hit the max sub points for emote slots that I would actually purchase a used dryer and cook steak in it. Got to get to, what is it? 10K sub points, I think. No, I will. And I appreciate the heck out of you. Thank you for being the destination. Thank you for choosing me for the destination after your birthday celebration. Seriously, Shayna is somebody who I have mad respect for because you cannot go into you cannot be around or listening to either of them, if you ask me anyways. If I'm not feeling like, if I'm having kind of a hard day, I go in there and I'll be in a better mood when I leave. They're fabulous people. They're very kind. They've been very kind to me over the years. They've brought people in here when we were, doing stuff for charity. I think RC found us through them. It's just one of those things where the platform is better because they're here. And I got to meet them in person. We didn't get to talk for very long, which is okay. Shayna was doing the Crocs thing, which was so cool. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it to TwitchCon this year, but we will meet again. It will happen. I wish they would consider doing it in Seattle for totally selfish reasons. I live in the Pacific Northwest. I would love that. It's only 2 hours away from me. It would make my life so much easier, but it's okay. Pretty sure RC, they rated me. I remember because you were very kind and very supportive of a charity that we were working with. You don't forget when that's somebody's first thing that happens in the channel is they go, oh, are you fundraising? Why not? Totally out of character for you, RC, right? That would be so much easier. You didn't do aligning. The pattern you followed worked the scales just from the bottom up. Lots of twisting and wrist breaking bends. Yes. You'd be able to stay with your uncle and aunt in Seattle. Yeah. Well, and just it's so much closer that if I did end up being able to do vending, which it sounds like is no small task. If somebody I know who's been doing cons for 10 years got rejected for Artist Alley, it's okay. So you do the regular dragon scale pouch, and that starts with 12 double crochets in a magic circle. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. And then you expand, you double so that you have 24 on the second round, 36. You go up to a 48. And then 48. Oh, we were just talking about this. That is hysterical. They had loom in their name, so I was like, oh, probably a fiber artist. Very cool. I was about to start asking them if they did weaving. Are the bots getting wise, and now they're gonna put words that are related to our content in their username, in their fake username? Fantastic. Love it. You'll love to see it. Good night, Darcy. Have a great rest of your evening. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that very much. Thank you very much for hanging out for a second after the read. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, reported. 1 second. I just was copying the message. Report. Spam. Really, it's just annoying to have to sit here and stop what you're doing to report them. But we want to get them off. We want to, it's like, you know what? This is the Twitch version of grabbing your little trash grabber and you're just going to go around, pick up the little pieces of trash. You see a little piece of trash on the sidewalk. There's a trash can right there. You just pick it up, you throw it in. Submit report, block this user, close. Yeah. Boop. No thanks, bottling creature. Yes. Yeah, unfortunately, we have to tell Twitch what they're up to. So yeah, this lining is single crochet. So the problem with these two is they're really pretty and they're so cool and I love them. And they look really cool with color changing yarn. There's some Red Heart Stripes colors that make really beautiful versions of these. What's this song right here? Oh, I don't know. Was it this same song? I don't know if I can tell you because it's like in a folder. I could try to figure it out. Why does it look like a hat? Well, I mean, it would probably only fit a baby. But because it is circular and hollow, So it's a pouch, and the problem with this is, with the dragon scale, is if you, look, if I stick my finger right here, if you have little tiny dice, that's going to fall out. So I just attach a lining because I hate sewing. And I have a way I do that leaves a nice even place to pick up the stitches. Where on the on one of these previous rounds, I'm crocheting through the front loop only. So then we go back with the liner yarn and we go through the back loop. And that makes a nice, clean, neat seam, as it were, for the lining. Alternatively, if you wanted to, you could leave that same amount there and maybe crochet like 1 or 2 rounds, and then you would have a little like ledge to machine sew some fabric on, or hand sew. And I have hand sewn liners into fabric liners into these as well. As an alternative, you could do fabric. Yeah, we've sold a few of them at our shop. We haven't sold one in a minute though that I've made. I feel like, you know, I set my asking price at what I would normally ask. And there's people who like don't understand why I'm asking for like $60 for a handmade dice pouch. You have a corner to corner throw work in progress and an open mesh shawl. Very cool. I just finished a shawl from Hobie Azalea. And then I tried to start another one. You can also use their twister. And this one will be for me when I ever have time to like work on it or whatever. It's a really easy, pretty pattern. What's a lot of money? I'm not sure what we're talking about. What's a lot of money? Yes, I did see the Genshin figures. And hello, Ms. Jessie. Welcome back in. You use Hooked by Robin's patterns a lot. I have heard of this designer before. I might own a Hooked by Robin pattern. I'm not sure. Does she do pillows too? Does she do like pillows with color work or like baubles and stuff like that like spell things out and stuff like that? Lady Spookums. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Hooked by Fart Bins. What is this? Oh, no. Very good, Spirit. I'm not explaining it. Either you get it or you don't. And, yes, everything is fine. Oh, don't feel bad. Ms. Jessie, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Hey, look. Many of us will do, giveaways of things, and not even attach them to any kind of, you know what I mean? Don't feel bad. I was going to say, Venom, most of us have some sort of formula that we use to determine our pricing for our handmade goods, and it usually comes nowhere close to paying us even minimum wage for the hourly. Like, even if you don't factor in materials. So one of these takes me probably from start to finish, maybe 3 to 4 hours. And I think $20 an hour, 15 to 20. So that's $15 to $20 an hour. That doesn't even include the cost of we're just talking about labor, right? So if we don't even factor in the cost of the materials, and a ball of this yarn goes for about, on sale, I can get it as cheap as I think like $6 a ball, but it's usually more like $9. And then this yarn isn't very expensive at all. The liner yarn, it's maybe like $3-4 for like a regular skein, $5 or $6, depending if it's on sale for a larger skein. But when you're pricing something like this, you're supposed to use the full, like you shouldn't figure out exactly how much of it you used. You should make sure you're covering the cost of the entire skein of the material. Because what if you never have another person that asks you for that particular... It's like same thing with wine in restaurants. Usually the retail price of a glass of wine from a bottle, like if a glass of wine on the glass pour list is $9, typically that's at $9 is what the bottle costs the restaurant. Because then if we only sell one glass and we open a bottle and nobody else buys that glass of wine, we don't lose money. Because after 3 days, you have to pour it out. You can't serve it anymore. 2-3 days. Ideally, you want to be going through it faster than that. So there's all kinds of reasons why restaurants, why artists, why, different places charge the prices that they charge. And it's okay if you feel like it's too much. That's okay. That's up to you. But I wouldn't argue with somebody about it. I wouldn't argue with the person about whether or not it should be less. I would, say like keep that to yourself. If you're like, for example, at a craft fair and someone's selling something and it's a price you think is high, I would say you don't need to mention that to them. Because basically what you're telling them is, I don't think that you know what your work is worth. And maybe it is on the high side, but that's up to them. And you don't, you're not required, you're not obligated to purchase it from them. It's not like a basic necessity, right? It's art. And who knows, maybe, they have a following and that's the reason why their stuff is more expensive or whatever. You have a granny square blanket that would fit a single bed that you wouldn't take less than 80. Lady, I would say blankets should be probably at least, no matter what the size is, they should be at least, 100. Depends. If it's a little tiny baby blanket, maybe less. Like if it's a small one. If it's a regular size blanket for like a twin, if it's like a throw or larger for like a bed, at least $100. And that's like, again, that's not even barely covering your time. Yeah, I mean, you have to say something. You can be like, oh, man, too bad. That's just not in my budget, like Amanda said. Or, you could even make a polite joke like, oh, boy, let me go home and break my piggy bank. But like implying that the person is trying to like gouge somebody, it's like, it's pretty rude. Just etiquette stuff that I think is worth mentioning, since we might have some people in chat who are not crafters themselves and have never had to figure out pricing for their own like handmade stuff. Not addressing anyone in particular right now. You paint portraits. That's very cool. And people should charge what they want. So if somebody wants to charge less, that's okay. If they just love doing it and asking people for money to basically just to cover their supplies is all they want, or they want to give it away for charity, or they want to put it out on the sidewalk with a sign that says free on it, it's theirs and they should do what they want with it. Some people are willing to pay more for things that they value or will get lots of enjoyment out of, or to support people who they know work really hard to make quality stuff. Because they have a relationship with each other. So I would say you should charge more for a blanket, lady. But that's my opinion. Again, you should do what you want, what you feel comfortable with. Your mom sells baby blankets with booties in a half for about $75. She's using acrylic yarn. Yep. You're working on a portrait of Pee Wee Herman. Oh my gosh. If you feel comfortable sharing it in the Discord, I'd love to see it. And you've lost the thread chicken again. It's okay, Mason. So this is what I do full time. And like, for example, right? I don't determine the cost of, say, like, for example, a subscription here, right? But there's bits and I can make redeems for bits and stuff like that. Are there people who probably, you know, would never ask someone, would never set a bit redeem at as high a number as I do? Sure. Are there people who would never set a bit redeem as low as I do? Sure. Again, it's like, you know, life is full of all kinds of moments where you have to make the decision yourself whether or not something is worth it to you, and that's okay. But like, I would never go into someone's shop and be like, this is too expensive. Because you're also not just charging for time and materials, you're charging for like expertise. And especially with things that I've designed myself, I'm also, you know, factoring that in. This is an original design. I didn't just follow a pattern. I spent months making adjustments to how these could be made better to function better for people who are using them specifically to carry dice. Yeah. Nobody should ever feel bad for using whatever materials they want to use. No, yeah, I don't think, I think Amanda was more or less mentioning like, hey, my mom charges this much for something made out of a yarn that's not very expensive. That's, you know, on the cheaper side. And acrylic is very handy for a lot of people for a lot of reasons, including some of them are allergic to animal fiber. Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with using, I use acrylic yarn all the time. I'm using it right now. Yeah. Unless, okay, so Amanda, are you on TikTok? I think you are. There was this whole drama on TikTok for a minute with the crochet community because there was somebody who was telling people, yeah, acrylic is awesome. Look, you can go to a Walmart and get Red Heart, you know? You can go to a Joann or a Michael's in most cities over like, you know, 100,000 people. They're going to have one or the other or maybe both. There's one of each across the river from me. You know, like, and they carry those more accessible yarns. I don't even like to call them cheaper because there's this implication that like only people who can't afford, it's like, hey, some of us just want to be able to buy more of it. And it doesn't fit in my budget. And nor do I think that like fancy hand spun or hand dyed merino wool is really the appropriate material. Thank you for the follow. The appropriate material for like amigurumi or like big blankets. Would a big blanket made from, you know, a lovely 100%, you know, merino wool yarn be amazing? Sure, it would also require special care and like who has time for that? No, you're kidding me. Are you serious, Pix? That's ridiculous. Werg, I hope that you get a good night's sleep. I'm glad that it's quieter for you now. Have a wonderful rest of your time zone, friend. Thank you for being in here. I hope we can help, you know, anybody that fireworks cause anxiety for you. I am sorry about that. I know they could be for a lot of different reasons. Hopefully me being on helps you. Sorry. And acrylic yarn has come a long way, Lady Spookums. So when you say you love Lion Brand, Vanna's Choice, yo. I got a Vanna's Choice project upstairs. Well, right. No, exactly, Amanda. I have all this fancy, you know, the merino, the alpaca, I've got the merino cashmere silk. I'll get all fancified with the yarn if I want to, but that stuff's spendy. It's for a reason. It's sometimes $30 or $35 a skein, and a skein is 100 grams. It's not cheap. But yeah, if you're making like a big blanket, if you're making like a huge outfit or something for like a cosplay, you don't need that other stuff. Any advice for finding cotton yarn less stiff to work with? Lady Spookums, this. What do you want to use it for? Wearables? This is 50, well, it's 48. So it's 52/48 cotton acrylic. It has the nice, cool breathability of cotton, but it's, I mean, you could wash this. No, I think it does say hand wash. This is from Hobie. It's Azalea. I love their yarns. And I'm not affiliated with them in any way or anything. I just like their yarn. I am affiliated with Knit Picks and We Crochet, and they are having a sale right now, and some of their yarn is as cheap as $2. I'm sorry. I'm the devil. Red Heart isn't the softest, but once it is washed, it gets softer and it is durable. They ship to the United States, Canada, Australia, and the UK. Knit Picks, We Crochet. And also, it on Knit Picks, if you want cotton that's a little bit less scratchy than like, what have you been using, Lady Spookums? Has it been like sugar and cream or something like that?
Are you bussin' on God? No,
I am, John. How you doing? Pima cotton yarn is super soft and mercerized. So another thing you would want to look for stuff that you might be wearing next to your skin. Washcloths and household items. If you're going to use it for washcloths and you want something dishy from Knit Picks / We Crochet, the shipping threshold for the We Crochet link, if you click the one that says We Crochet, and that is an affiliate link. If you shop with them, I do receive a commission, and I love their stuff. I hounded them until they made me an affiliate. They also have a new yarn called Animation, which is a very thin cotton that's kind of their answer to rainbow cotton. But the sale right now is only maybe on Knit Picks. Summer yarn sale, up to 60% off yarn. All the Curio is on sale at 50+% off. Curio is the thread I'm using for the placemats. I would not call it soft, but it is a 100% cotton. Some of the fur yarn is on sale. You're off to bed, Amanda. Good night. Sugar and cream. Yeah, I was just going to say I use a lot of sugar and cream or Lion brand recycled. You came across some yarn from Hobie that was gorgeous. Haven't ordered it yet, but you're so tempted. Never gotten any yarn from there before. Oh, Dragonfire, once you start, they're like the freaking Pringles of online yarn shopping. There's also, is it Shine? Shine is 60% Pima cotton, 40% modal. So if you look up Shine at We Crochet, it's on sale. Lady Spookums, and that would be a good one for clothing, maybe. But if what you're using it for is projects like dishcloths and stuff, they have something called Dishy. Knit Picks. Seabuzz! Thank you, Seabuzz.
Welcome to the fart zone.
What is happening now? And then you read me. Oh my God. How dare you? How dare you? We're supposed to be celebrating your resub and then you read me?
Welcome to the fart
Thank you so much, Seabuzz. Thanks for reading into the fart zone.
To the fart zone. Welcome to the fart zone. 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 To the fart zone.
They need to let us combine the big emotes. They need to let us combine the big emotes. So I can make a giant chicken, have a giant fart. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much, Pix. You're amazing. You couldn't help it. It popped up before the raid happened. Thank you for 9 months. I'm going to squeeze this rubber chicken 9 times for Cbus because 9 months is a lot of support for the channel. And so if you think you might not necessarily want to hear me squeeze a rubber chicken 9 times, you want to turn the volume down. Maybe you do want to hear that real badly. Maybe you're going to turn the volume up. That's up to you. I can't decide that for you. So please consider yourselves forewarned. I'm going to squeeze this rubber chicken, like I said, 9 times for your 9 months of tier 1. Thank you so much, Cbus, and thanks for the raid, friend. You're amazing. Ready? Into 1, into 2, into 3. Thanks, dude. I hope you had a good stream. What were you up to? We looked at your progress on your cross stitch piece for Chef Steve earlier. Looking really good. And then I was just we were talking about crochet pricing. We were talking about knit picks. And I'm trying to finish this dice bag, and I'm actually pretty close to finishing the lining. But yes. Tell us how your stream was. If you have any links you want to post, please feel free. Knit picks. The knit pick sale is, summer yarn sale. Save up to 60%. This only goes through the 8th. On lace and fingering yarn. It only goes through the 8th. But I can't tell whether the other sale for like the save an extra 10% on lace and fingering yarn on knit picks. I get it now. I understand now. So summer yarn sale, I'm not sure if that also only goes to the 8th, but I would just assume that it is. I would play it safe and assume that it is. Worsted. Do they have Dishy in here on sale? Dunno. Honeydew. This is comfy worsted, which is 75% Pima cotton and 25% acrylic. So that would be good for clothes, but not necessarily good for... Where's Dishy? View all yarn. Browse by... Fiber, content, cotton. Dishy. $4.19 for a 100 gram skein. But they have cones, I feel like. Which might be a little bit less expensive by like the yard or what have you. Yeah, Dishy cones are a 400 gram cone for $15.99. So you do save a little bit. Because $4.19, 100 grams times 4, $4.19. $4.19 times 4 is $16.76. So it's not like a huge discount, but it's 75% cheaper, or 75 cents, about 77 cents cheaper to buy a cone. Tonight's stream was filled with fun from Metroid Zero Mission. Very cool. You clicked the wrong button. It took too long to get back. Oh, no. You turned down the chicken. Okay, that is exactly why I try and tell people, because I don't want it to bother anybody or anything. I mean, I can't possibly, know everybody's dislikes when it comes to certain things. And I am a loud person. We do get noisy in here at times, but the rubber chicken squeaking, I feel like that might be one that's a bit much for some people. You posted the updated pic of progress to the Discord. Is this... Oh, look at you! We're filling in letters. How exciting. You finished the outline and you're filling in letters. Let's go, dude. That's amazing. Good for you. Good night, Smorf. If you guys are not already, our friend Smorf is amazing. You should follow our friend Smorf. Very supportive of this channel and many others in the makers and crafting and art spaces, and does gaming and all kinds of fun stuff on her streams. Please give her a follow. Sleep well, Smorf. Thank you so much for hanging out with us again. If you want to wish people like a, you know, sweet dreams, if you want to like virtually tuck them in, we have the exclamation point 99. Love you too, Smorf. You sleep well, friend. This is awesome. Good for you, because now it's just autopilot. You don't have to think. Very cool gift that Cbus has been making. Fun fact: you have a 62-year-old boy hook. Wow, that's crazy. When did you learn to crochet, Lady Spookums? I was 7. My mom's friend Cheryl taught me to crochet, and I've actually been working on a project for her. She asked me to make her some placemats, doilies, plate chargers, and this is We Crochet Knit Picks Curio number 3 in tea rose. So it is a number 3 crochet thread, 100% cotton. It's really lovely. I love their yarns. I really do love their yarns. I spend way more money on their yarn than I've ever made off of commissions. Same thing with Pear Eyewear. Oh man, I forgot to ask earlier. Poop. What a terrible host. Ms. Jessie, are you still here? Is it 1 o'clock in the morning? For crying out loud. There's ads coming in about a minute and a half. You know what? Snooze them. Snooze. And normally we allow somebody to pick the pair I wear. Oh, wow, Lady Spookums. That's so cool. Hey, a lot of people picked up crafts during the pandemic that they didn't pursue afterwards, and that's fine. It's totally okay. It was something to keep them occupied. Trust me, like, I don't have anything negative to say about that. You try something, even if it's not for you, at least you tried it. Not trying to pick on anybody. If there was a craft you tried out during the pandemic and you didn't end up sticking with it, that's okay. But I'm glad that you revisited something that you already like knew how to do, and that like a family member had shown you how to do. That's so cool. I'm taking a peek here. I'm gonna look at my spreadsheet for who we've rated out to over the last 90 days and try not to repeat ourselves, just to spread the love. You know what maybe we could do, since we don't have teammates on, we're not doing charity anymore. Because I still would absolutely raid out to somebody from Moco's, but we actually have an opportunity now to like take you guys wherever. And here, I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do is something I think sounds like fun anyways. They're on to me, looking for someone new to raid. Looking for someone to raid. Check out the new raid browser. Oh, really? Well, here's somebody I know who would be an awesome choice. We could, I could return the favor to, Moohoodles. And I don't get the chance to do that necessarily all that often. Moohoodles is awesome. And does, astrobiology and space news. And it looks like just came on and raided us the other night with a massive, like a wildly massive raid. Oh, 5.5 hours, not 5.5 minutes. I don't know how long Moohoodles usually goes. But I would love for you guys that have not met her to meet her. She's amazing. Let's... Here, you know what? I will be streaming at night more. Let's shout out Moohoodles, but I want to read Coffee and Crochet. I love Coffee and Crochet so much. Coffee and Crochet is such a sweet person and an awesome crafter. And this says uptime 45 minutes. Redesigning a new crocheted tiki bar. She does like miniature crochet. Please follow Moohoodles though. Please. She's so incredible. She's super supportive. Fellow member of the Twitch Women's Guild. And just a really delightful human who is very enthusiastic about science communication. Coffee Crochet is so great. Like, we'll read Moohoodles again, but Coffee and Crochet isn't always on for me to read because our time zones don't line up during my school year schedule when I have to be in bed on weeknights at like 11 o'clock. Midnight at the latest. If you see me in somebody's chat, though, and it's late, I know Pix and I both feel like this. It's like, you know what? I do. I have a lot of obligations. Like, Pix works full-time outside of doing basically full-time content creation. I have 3 kids. I have a part-time job. I know. Let me just speak up for a second for those of us who are night owls, who often have to force ourselves to go to bed, but this is our time. When we get the chance to be up late and to stream or to be in friends' channels, to be like participating and having a blast, maybe that's like for me as a busy parent, or for Pix who's busy with work, just busy in general. Having time to wind down and visit with our friends and enjoy ourselves in somebody's channel, we do not need to be reminded of what time it is. Thank you. We're adults and we understand that you're just looking out for us. But I kind of don't really like that because I'm like, yo, typically I'm pretty good at like at least forcing myself to go lay down if I have obligations in the morning. People telling me to go to bed, please don't. I'm a grown man and I don't need a net nanny. Being part of Insomniac comes with challenges. Oh, you wouldn't tell someone to sober up who suffers from alcoholism. It's rude. Well, like, I don't feel that that's necessarily like a good comparison because there is something you can do about that. What am I supposed to do? Take pills to fall asleep? No. This is not directed at you at all. Lady, you're wonderful. Lady, you're perfect. You're great. This doesn't have anything to do with you. I'm talking about how, like, it's later for me right now. Not you at all. You are A-okay. I'm talking about, like, I don't get the chance to read Coffee and Crochet unless it's summer and I can stay up late. And sometimes when I'm up late like this, we're all up late if you're in the United States, no matter what. It's 1 a.m. in Pacific time, unless you live in Hawaii. But yeah, we're night owls. And like, it's hard when people want to try to like bully you about being awake. And you're like, what do you mean? You think that I like just absolutely love not being able to fall asleep easily like a lot of other people? You're good. You are good. You're great. You've been wonderful. I'm really glad you found us. And I hope that you will visit with us again. I really do. So come with us on the read, even if you can't stay, even if you need to go to bed. Maybe you do. Maybe you have obligations in the morning and it's time for you to go get some well-deserved and well-needed rest. If that's the case, at least come with us on the raid. Maybe if you can, if you're feeling it, say hi. Never any pressure to chat in here. So please don't feel like, pressure to chat over there. But Coffee and Crochet is wonderful. And if you want to leave a follow, I know she'd appreciate that. She's really talented. She's super talented and just a super sweet person. So I love that she's on late at night and that if I can't sleep, somebody like Coffee and Crochet is there. Yes, please do, Lady Spookums. All right, you guys. Thank you, Pix. Thank you for being here tonight. I love your face. We're besties, aren't we?
Aren't we? Yeah.
And Pix is great too, you guys. Pix is wonderful. Please, 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 if you don't know Pix, you need to do it. Ladies Book, I'm sorry, following Pix Stitch. You need to follow Pix Stitch right now. Pix Stitch. Follow. Do it. I love you all. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the resubs. Thank you for the raids. It was fun to hang out and just kind of chill out tonight and do some crafting. I will see you over there. Please do something nice for yourselves. Please practice that self-care. It could be making a nice hot cup of tea right now so you can relax while you watch Coffee and Crochet. It could be something super simple like that. It's important and you're worth it. I appreciate you all. I'll see you over there. Bye. Oh yeah, by the way, giveaways tomorrow for St. Jude. We'll do our giveaways tomorrow. Bye-bye.